It's your boy, Boss Cowboy Sports. Welcome to
another one.
So, today, as promised, we bringing you another one. And we bringing you another one that we promised from the day before, because we first spoke about Michael Gehlken and his nuggets on Terrence Steele. Now we go talk about Ezekiel Elliott, because he laid it out. Yes, he did. He laid it all the way out. So we go just talk about that. Y'all sit back. We go break this all the way down. Be right back. All right. Ooh, wait. All right, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay, man. Y'all let me know, man. I'm having a sound check, man. Y'all let me know. Can y'all hear me okay? Sound check. Y'all let me know. Am I coming through okay? Okay, I sound good. That's what I want to know. I'll be right back. That's what I want to know. Man, let's go. Whew. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, man, just mic check, making sure I sound good. I think I sound good. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. I'm trying to make sure. So I sound good. All right. Too late. We got to start the show. Too late. So y'all come on in. Ah, man. So, woo-wee. See, you tripping today, man. I got all these boxes open. Get out the way, box. All right, so, cause see, I can't hear myself in my ears, so I don't know if I'm having might need some new headphones or something. I don't know, but so y'all sure I sound good? Y'all let me know. They say sound crispy. Y'all not hearing no air, no feedback, no nothing. I'm trying to make sure that it sound good. Cause you know sound is first. So if I sound good, man, y'all let me know. Give me the thumbs up or give me the fire emojis. Tell me. Cause we getting ready to get into this, man. Cause this is some good stuff. All right. So everybody saying I'm good, so I trust it. I'm a trust everybody, man. I'm a trust y'all. All right. He say you good, big dog. You Gucci, all crispy. Man, it just, listen, y'all. Trust me. It's just funny when I can't hear myself. You know, it's a little weird, but hey, I'm gonna fight through it. I say, they say, you good, boss, you good. Like, I know y'all wouldn't lie to me. All right, so if I'm good, I'm gonna go ahead and rock. So this is the deal, man. I promised y'all that Michael Gehlken, he did a real good job the other day of really laying out some real nuggets. Okay, so I don't know how long this show gonna be, uh, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to this part, and then I'm gonna talk about likely the next part that he unveiled tomorrow, because tomorrow is the bigger one. Like Swain hinted at it, my boy D Shift hinted at it. I'm gonna try to even get D Shift on the phone and discuss it, because I always want to give a little bit of background on some of these media guys, because different people have different opinions of different media guys. I'm very high on Michael Gehlken, and I'm being honest. I consider him a superstar in the community, like a very, very good journalist. I also sense a lot of old school integrity in the way that he conducts his affairs. And other thing I can say about Michael Gehlken is he's respected. Like, it's so many times that they even just spoke about his newborn baby girl, which you don't hardly ever see in the media. You just see a certain amount of respect in the room, and it's more so because of how he carries himself. I actually met Michael Gehlken when I was out there with one of my trainer buddies, and he was preparing even some of the Dallas Cowboys, for training camp. And Michael is one of the most humble people you'll ever meet in your life. I was actually shocked to watch him work. Because, and I'm going to get into this interview, but I wanted to just give you some background. So when I ran into Michael, the first thing that I saw Michael doing is he was helping my trainer partner. Like, Michael Gehlken went out there and even tried to play a little bit tackle to be a demonstrate or help. I was like, this is my boy too, like that. Like, this is my boy. Training these NFL athletes and college athletes and high school athletes. And I'm like, you out here working? And he was, and we talked about it, and he was like, man, that's just one of my things, is I also serve. That's one of the best ways to just, give back to the football community. So I was like, man. So, and then shortly he came on, he did a show with The Final Word, and, obviously laid out some real good nuggets. He's available, he's responsive, and he knows football, y'all. Like, I can't say enough about how he was the main person who was really, not even in a disrespectful way, exposing the Dallas Cowboys, but never disrespectful. So, like, he was the one that asked Stephen Jones about not using Amari Cooper, even though his numbers and his money was paying him like a number one. He was the one. He was the one that talked to Kelly Moore about his offense being susceptible to defenses dictating where the balls are going to go. It was him. I mean, very impressive just football knowledge, and really unveiling some of the potential issues, but super professional, like super respectful. And just, it's so also I noticed from watching all these journalists, because see, let me tell y'all, when I'm doing my work as a content creator, I gotta be able to do a good job of knowing who has the integrity as these journalists. I have to be able to do a good job of reading between the lines if I'm gonna do a good job for y'all. And that's real talk. So I've been observing all these journalists. I speak to Jane on occasion, and love her work. So it's certain people, before I kind of get into this, I want to give a personal vouch on their integrity in the business. And we go through one day in detail the who's who of the journalists, and I do like John Machota. Somebody asked, do you like John Machota? Yes, I like John Machota a lot. You know, because there's certain guys you could tell that not only are they professional and professionally trained, they are not what was called in the media circles water carriers, where owners can basically plant poisonous news that really helps the agendas of front office. And a lot of times what gives you cover not to be a water carrier is when you have the protection of a real good strong brand. So when you have, like, for instance, Jane Slater, what's backing her is who? The NFL Network. So she ain't got to plant no water and she don't got to carry no water. And we gonna talk about that. Every one of them got to move in wisdom because you're dealing with powerful people. But you also sometimes have the shield of who you work for. And you are a beat person. You are on the beat and you're keeping up with the stories in the news and you're assigned to a certain team. So when you Clarence Hill or when you are a Michael Gehlken who has the support of the Dallas Herald, hopefully I said that right. I don't know why the name of who he worked for just went through my brain. I don't know why. Dallas Morning News. I apologize. Just, hey, forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. Just a flop. Dallas Herald. No, Dallas Morning News. So when you have the backing of the Dallas Morning News, that gives you some protection to really go in there with your head high, knowing that you have the backing of a creditable news organization, which allows you sometimes to ask the tough questions because that's the job of you as a journalist. And so you make the decisions not to carry the water. This is the last thing I'm also say about Michael Gehlken as I get into this. He is somebody that's very careful in his speech. He is somebody that if it's coming from him, he's going to let you know. If it's something that's being discussed in the building, he's going to let you know. If it's something that's real, he's going to let you know. He's also the type of guy that knows information that doesn't say. He already knew about the tackles they was talking about in the last training camp. He knew about Peters. He didn't say a word because it was confidential. But he did put it out there that he knew that the Dallas Cowboys was in talks with some tackles. But he wasn't going to disclose, and he didn't. Just integrity. And then on top of that, he also talked about Anthony Barr way before it happened, because some people really know what's going on and that really have privilege of true insiders and trained to go get the stories and work the beat, and some are not. So I want to give his background before we get into this nugget. So we first talked about on the first video that he dropped some real good sauce on Terrence Steele, and we opened up a freestyle on that. So now we go get into his nugget that he dropped on Zeke, which was also still last Friday, and we go just break this down. So here we go. So let's get into it. We go kind of take it clip by clip, step by step. This is also courtesy of 105.3 The Fan. Thank y'all for the work that you guys do, because then that allows me sometimes to be able to work as well as I work through the tea leaves of what's being discussed out there. And then, you know, obviously help with the quality of content even on this channel. But here we go. This is courtesy of 105.3 The Fan. We have the full interview in the description, but obviously I did cut this up so that we can kind of stick with the high points and really go with what could be the future of now Mr. Ezekiel Elliott. So here we go.
We're talking with Michael Gehlken, covers the Cowboys for the Dallas Morning News. You can follow him on Twitter at Gehlken NFL. Michael, there's this chatter out there. We don't know how real some of it is. Some of it's been perpetuated by the owner and general manager. But this chatter that won't seem to die about a potential Ezekiel Elliott reunion, how realistic do you think that is? And is it something where the more time that passes where he doesn't have a job, the more realistic it could become that he ends up back here?
Yeah, it's funny because I think there's a lot of different thoughts that are going through my mind as I try to answer that question. I think Jerry, based on the few years that I've been around him, but if you want to just look at the Odell Beckham Jr. situation, there's a bit of a tendency there to talk about something for because it's interesting, because it's intriguing, because it's engaging with the public, certain scenarios of potential player acquisition, when there really isn't a realistic chance, or maybe the wins aren't exactly what are being portrayed, but you talk about it publicly as if it's more imminent than perhaps.
Wait! Wait! See, that's why I love his style. He's so professional, but he's being honest. So he just keeping it real that sometimes Jerry give us the wee woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
See, I say it like that. He just said so professional that basically there are certain things that's going to be interesting to the public that Jerry is going to talk about, but there's no realistic chance of it happening. That's what he's basically saying, and he brought up Odell Beckham as an example. And he was saying that, also saying, yeah, OBJ was wee woo, basically, Marcus, exactly. And he said that basically from being around them for a couple of years, because he used to cover the Raiders. But now he covers Dallas with the Dallas Morning News. But yeah, OBJ was wee woo. It was wee woo. Now, he's speaking in context of Zeke still, but he's giving the background. So I want to first pause and slow that down. I want to slow that down real quick, because Michael Gehlken is a little bit like me. I can be long-winded. I give you a lot of background before I get to the point. He's actually doing that right now. So I want to kind of slow that down and just kind of break that down as he was going through it. So here we go. Let's keep going.
It is, or there's more interest than there is. And I think that's a bit of what happened with OBJ, where we talked a lot about that when privately the Cowboys weren't exactly where they seemed to intimate publicly that they were. But when it comes to Ezekiel Elliott, I think it's valid that we talk about him until he signs elsewhere. As long as he's available, to me, based on what I've heard from back channels of how the Cowboys have kind of made their interest known, what they've told different people around the league.
So let's just pause real quick, and let's not skip the fact that he talked about through what? Back channels. So this is not, at this point, hearsay. This is something that he has worked the beat. And as he worked the beat, he's saying, no, it's real conversations about wanting Zeke back, y'all. So, listen, see, some people, when they talk, you can just kind of throw it up and call it womp womp and trash. But then there's some people, when they talk, you better open up your ears, dog. And I'm listening. Listen, y'all, we go talk about who are the journalists that when they talk, you need to perk up. And I mean that. It's some journalists, when they talk, you might as well. But when he start talking about back channels with Zeke, it's a real thing. And see, that's why you do want to go to channels like this, because we go stop and break it down. We go break down what's the realistic possibility of this, even though some of this has nothing to do with Dallas. Some of this has a lot to do with the market and what's going on with Zeke and what the offers are out there. Sometimes those offers are going to be so good that there's no chance that Zeke is coming back. But if there's a chance of him coming back, what he is saying, Michael Gehlken is saying, is that they are good with it and that they are discussing it through back channels. So I just wanted to kind of slow that down a little bit, give a little bit of nuggets on that. So here we go.
It has, to me at least, seemed, and this was albeit before the Ronald Jones signing, but it seemed like there was, inside the building, a non-ruling out of the possibility that Ezekiel Elliott could return. That being said, they did assign the guy's number. So if Zeke's back, he won't be number 21. He'd probably be like number 15 and negotiate that from Will Greer. It almost seems like the Cowboys have moved on in some respects, but for a team that wants to run the football as much as Mike McCarthy does, I wouldn't rule out them doing something at running back just because of, it being such an importance to them, and they do think so highly of Zeke, and they still think as it relates to, certain situations, kind of a tight space, things that come up in terms of the red zone and third and short, those sorts of situations.
See, let's pause that, man. Let's pause that real quick. Because he right on that. And I'm going to be honest. Y'all want me to be honest a lot to you. Y'all tell me right now what y'all want from me. Y'all want me to lie to you or be honest? Y'all want me to lie to you or be honest? I'm going to be honest with you. There are some question marks in the running back room. A lot of people are going to say, you know what, we okay. We could be. But I don't think people being honest when we talking about the importance of a power back. Is you got to be honest. And sometimes it's not even honesty. Sometimes it's just understanding. All right? And I really want y'all to hear me out. Sometimes it's about understanding. Some things, honestly, and this is not speaking bad about anybody, but some things you don't understand unless you went through it. And I'm being all over, but I'm giving you the background before I set you up for what I'm getting ready to say. I was talking to my friend Blackwell today. We was talking ball. And Blackwell was a former linebacker. Okay? I'm a former corner. We both played defense our whole life. And I'm just going to be all the way honest with everybody. You don't really understand the power and the impact of Zeke unless you played against people that you feared. And most people don't understand the value of physicality. Short yardage experts, people that move the power, people that are physical. See, because everybody that lost their love for Zeke, they lost their love for Zeke because in their eyes he lost his home run ability. But running back is not just about home run ability, it's also about physicality. It's about tone setting sometimes. And it's about some people being so good to where even when they're running the ball and they know you're running the ball, you still can't stop them. It's about breaking your will. And most people cannot understand the value of a Zeke type back is because they never understand. I'm going to just be real. They don't understand fear. So let me say this real quick, because that's what he was just talking about. He was talking about the short yardage. So think about it. Why do you think one of the main reasons we signed Mozzie? What was one of the main? What did Michael Parsons say? He said no more QB sneak. AJ. See, that's easy to take that for granted. Zeke was converting about 90% of short yardage downs. That was just as effective as Philly was on their QB rugby ball. And this is the power of short yardage experts. They keep the drive alive and they score points. And yeah, he had 12 touchdowns, and people try to minimize that by saying, and listen, y'all, listen, like, hear me out. My boy Lewis said, we signed Luke Key for that role as well. I'm going to be all the way honest with you. I don't believe Luke Key can do it, bro. It is nothing that I see from his film that makes me believe that he could be Zeke just because you hand him the ball. I'm being honest. The value and power of Zeke is just undervalued. It's a great myth to believe that any running back that has a certain type of weight ratio can do what Zeke was doing in terms of the physicality that he would bring to a defense. It's greatly underrated. You can go watch the top 100 players the last 3 seasons, and they always ask the same question to the top defensive players that made the top 100 list. And they always ask them, who is the one guy that you hate tackling? You know who they always say? for the last 6 years, Zeke. And see, like, I'm gonna tell y'all, I was in college, and I'm being honest, I'm not talking down on nobody. It's difference between being in that stand and being in the field, being on that field. It's a big difference between saying players suck when you're in the stands. It's a totally different thing when your bone is out there. Like, I can show you like a surgical scar from a separated shoulder from me playing. I can show you the physicality that come with this game where I had to get my whole shoulder cut from playing. Okay? So, and you know that it's very physical. Bones get broken out there. Bodies start dropping out there. And I ain't gonna forget, it was a couple of people that I didn't never want to see. You know, it's one guy that I never want to see my whole college career. Ricky Williams. I never want to see him, bro. See, a lot of people don't understand fear and physicality. That's why they don't understand Zeke. People don't understand Zeke because they don't understand physicality. Like, I remember, like, listen, y'all, I'm going to give y'all a true story. And this is what defensive players got to think about when they play the Cowboys. When they had Zeke. Hear me out. So I remember watching Ricky Williams play Mississippi State. And I'm in college. And I know UT on our schedule next year. And I'm not sure if Ricky Williams is going to be drafted or not. But I saw Ricky Williams run over four cornerbacks in one game and injure all four of them. All of them tried to go low. He went lower and still ran them over. All four corners had ice packs on their neck. He jammed their neck running the ball, hitting the corner. He jammed their neck. See, it's something to like be in the stands or watch it from the couch. It's another thing to feel it. And I'm just being honest with you. And when I saw four cornerbacks with ice packs on their neck from just trying to tackle one running back, I said, man, I don't want to play UT. And then I'm gonna tell you another reason I didn't want to play UT. And I wasn't no scary dude at all. I was not scared. But I also ain't crazy. Like, I'm being honest. I was not scared. But I was like, bro, four cornerbacks, I played corner, was responsible to try to tackle a power back like Ricky Williams, and he hurt their necks. And this the other thing, bro. Y'all hear me out. I had a crazy dude that I played high school ball with. His name was OU. The hardest hitting dude I ever played with. Well, close. He was up there though. Top 5 for sure. Right? Crazy. A true hitter. A true killer. A true monster. He was just purely gangster to the heart. Right? So my boy OU, he went to UT with Ricky Williams. And he always used to keep a chin strap buckle loose. That was his thing, like his good luck charm. He kept a chin strap loose. He always did that. And he told me, I was kicking it with him one day. I said, hey, bro, your nose crooked, bro. He said, yeah, bro, Ricky Williams broke my nose. I said, what? I said, what y'all fight? He said, nah, on the field. I said, how you break your nose? He said, yeah, man, I got tired of hearing about Ricky Williams, so I decided I was going to test him. Now, this is my boy. This is my boy. We went to Dallas Carter together. He's a bona fide G. Downhill killer safety. All bit 225, all muscle, would knock your head off. And I knew when he said it, he meant it. He said, I got tired of hearing about Ricky. I kept hearing Ricky Williams. I said, I'm finna test this dude. He said, so one day at practice, he was coming around the corner, and I came downhill and I tried to break him. He said, I bust him as hard as I could. I ran him fast as I could. And I looked up and my nose was broke. He called me by my nickname, Sly. He said, Sly, he broke my nose. Ricky Williams. So I know I keep harping on Ricky Williams, but that has something to do with Zeke. It's physical. And that type of stuff people don't feel. Yes, my boy Q Dog. Yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking about. See, because, yeah, OU from Carter. Yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's certain boys. See, Q from my neighborhood, so he know OU. It's certain boys that's around our neighborhood that's literally still legendary. And then, you know, somebody being fly, you know, he probably ain't never played. Say, boss, did you ever go against Al Bundy, though? Nah, I probably went against your mama. But, yeah, but as a true story from, it said that dude probably never played, you know, capping like that, you know. It's all good. Like, see, you could always tell these type of dudes, they ain't never played. So when you talk about your war stories, they get mad, you know, because they was, you know, they never had no experiences. So they jump at a reason to try to get fly with you. But you know I ain't the one. I'm going to clap back at you, sucker. You already know that. Come on now. But as I was talking about, and I was telling that story, not to brag on myself or my partner OU, but more so to talk about and paint the picture of physicality, that sometimes you need people that actually had experiences out there that can actually break it down and tell you what really going on the field. So when Michael Gehlken started talking about the short yardage experts, I'm gonna tell y'all what I believe a lot of people do. Oh, Tank. Ooh, see, listen, bro. Listen. See, Big Santana. Tank? Yeah, we know about Tank. See, Tank is also legendary. Tank is, see, a lot of people don't know. See, Tank went to my high school as well. Tank was super legendary. Matter of fact, he still has the A&M record for rushing yards. Played for the Chicago Bears. A running back that came out of my high school that literally ran like a 4.31. Yeah, Tank was that dude. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, and it's not just my high school, Dallas, period. Like, you know, Dallas, and Jerry Jones said this: if you put all the talent of North Texas on the football team, we could probably win a Super Bowl. I mean that. If you go look at all the people that's drafted out of North Texas over the years, man, say North Texas per capita, I guarantee could keep up with states. All like Louisiana, I guarantee North Texas football could keep up, I guarantee, with Florida and California. I ain't even talking about Texas. I'm just talking about North Texas. So anyway, man, I ain't mean to kind of get on that soapbox, but when y'all start naming some of these super cold athletes that we know about in the DFW area, I'm going to recognize that, especially boys like my boy Big Santana, who from my neighborhood. Yeah, and Ohio State. Oh, yeah. Oh, now we see it's something about that Ohio State water, too. It's see, because I look at regions. I know I'm kind of getting on the soapbox, but just keeping it real, I look at certain regions that create these freaks. So, and I never even understood. I say, how Ohio makes so many freaks? Like, for real. Like, Ohio, I was like, I understand the southern states. If you think about it, why is southern states have so many good athletes? The Georgias, the Floridas, the Texas. Just think about it. You know, slaves was bred, and a lot of times when you was breeding them, you had, like most people, they keep the best amongst themselves. So you had a lot of genetically freakish people that had their roots built in slavery, which is why you have so many freakish athletes in the South, you know. But I was always trying to figure out Ohio. So, I mean, anyway, you got me on the soapbox, but now it is some major athletes in Ohio, and it's some major athletes in Cali, and on that the South, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, man, listen, it's a lot of I don't know how I got on that soapbox. Let me get back off it. I want to get back on Zeke. But basically, going back to what I was saying on that physicality, that's a very, 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 very big thing that Michael Gehlken was talking about when he was talking about that short yardage expert. And so I had to slow that down and really explain that, in my opinion, because to me that goes over a lot of people's head. They kind of yawn at it. They kind of like, oh, Zeke, anybody can do that. We can go get anybody can do that. It's like, no, you can't get anybody to be a superimposing physical guy. The closest to him with his athleticism is a Jerome Bettis. I can't even think anybody else. I'm pretty sure y'all can, but I'm really trying to think. Like, who was actually compact like him, powerful like him, and complete like him? And see, and I'm going to say this last thing, I'm going to get back to Michael Gehlken. Like, it's even amazing to me how people treat getting 12 touchdowns on a bad leg like it's nothing. Like, oh, you know, anybody can do that, boss. Come on now. Running backs. Running backs. And I really do think the theory of running backs is goofy. Like, running back is treated too much like expendable. I think there's a rare gift for every position. So anyway, let me get back to this, though. Here we go.
They really think he's a plus player still in this league. So I'm not rolling it out until he's gone elsewhere. But yeah, with this organization, there can be smoke sometimes when they talk about a potential acquisition, just because there's a public engagement of they know that we'll talk about it until the situation is resolved.
Yeah. So pretty much that was the nugget that he passed on, is that basically he was saying that the public engagement with Odell Beckham was the reason why they was focusing on that. But in terms of Zeke, the big thing that he was saying, and what he is saying, is that don't close the door on Zeke unless he closes the door by signing to another team. And this is the good news for those of us who do see the asset value of Zeke, because I do believe the asset value of Zeke is very, very big. I know you get a very, very good leader. You get somebody that plays through a lot of pain, which is somebody that's also an example, not to the rest of the team, but an example to the rest of the stars. You have somebody that's considered a leader within that organization, somebody that's highly respected within the organization. I don't believe Ronald Jones is even close to his level. I think it's just nothing about Ronald Jones that makes me that would ever make me think that on a bad leg he could have got me 12 touchdowns. There's nothing about Ronald Jones that makes me say that. Nothing. Now, Ronald Jones as a power back is a Band-Aid, and he's somebody that they plan on potentially using like Zeke. But if you really think Ronald Jones is physical like Zeke, I don't see it. I think Ronald Jones is a good back, though. I think he's a good back, and it still might be enough left in his tank to make it worth it. It really could. It could. But if you had an option, if you gave me Ronald Jones healthy and Zeke healthy, I'm taking Zeke 1,000,000 times without blinking right now. Right now. And I'm going to tell you something else about Zeke that I would hate to see, but I bet you he'll be open to do. For everybody that be talking about that fullback and all that kind of stuff, Zeke would do it. He would do it. I would hate it for him because to me it would be disrespectful. If Zeke is healthy, you got to give him touches. You have to. You got to at least give him 15. You have to. And he would be fantastic insurance for Pollard coming off that ankle. If he's healthy, you give him the ball. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Everybody that got a problem with Zeke, you know what they are? They never talk about Zeke prior to that leg injury. They never do. They never talk about the games before Zeke got hit on that knee. They say we need to take a light break. Thank you, Miss Lockhart. She looking out. Yeah, we got a lot of people in here. watching, so we gotta get them likes up. So here we go. Let's get them likes up. Take a break real quick, and then we go get on the phone. My boy say, bro, I'm from Bissonnette, H-Town, but I believe this or not, I'm actually here in Ohio now. Hold on real quick, man. I like your comment. I'm going to go back to that. But let's get them likes up real quick. That boy off the Bissonnette. Man, you better say, I know what Bissonnette is, bro. Bissonnette, bro. That's between me and you what happens on Bissonnette. Bissonnette, that ain't where the church is. Right. I know you feel me. Yeah, Bissonnette, that ain't where the church is. Dude, sir, you might find something else on Bissonnette that you don't have no business. You know, Rod, be careful. Rod, be careful. My boy Rod, hold on real quick, Rod. Yeah, Q-Dog laughing. They feel me, Q, you feel me? My boy Rod say, bro, I'm from Bissonnette, H-Town, but believe this or not, I'm actually hearing on Ohio. Hold on real quick. He say Toledo to be specific. Is this rough out in a lot of neighborhoods? Maybe high crime areas crave focused warriors. That's a very, 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 I don't know what it is, Raw. I don't know what it is, man, but it's Ohio be putting out some beasts. You know what I mean? I don't know what's in that water up there. Cause now, look at LeBron James, bro. Like LeBron James is made in a laboratory, whether you like him or not, like his basketball or not. The man is made in a laboratory. You can't find freaks like LeBron James. LeBron James, freaking 6'8", coordinated, ran a 4.3, can dance. Man, say what is up with Ohio? Is probably one of the only places I think can keep up with Texas. And Florida and Cali. That's the only place. I can't think of no other place. Like Ohio, Florida, Louisiana. Louisiana, they got some dogs in Louisiana too. Per capita, oh yeah. Louisiana be putting out some dogs too. And Georgia. Ooh, and bam. I don't know. Y'all got me talking just straight football now. But anyway, man, let's take some phone calls, man. Let's open up the phone lines. I want to give y'all that little sauce on Zeke, because most people kind of not really kind of going behind the scenes like I do. I go behind the scenes a lot. So I listen very closely at the ground. I do. That's what I do. I listen closely for these clues so that I can come bring it to y'all and just kind of expose, what's out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Just expose the opportunities that's out there that most people didn't actually look under that rock. See, I looked under that Michael Gehlken rock, and I'm like, so for anybody that's trying to get a clue of what could be going on with Zeke, he talked about the back channels. He talked about it being legit conversations. And he said it wasn't something that was like Odell Beckham, which basically what he was saying is that was a bunch of wee-woo. He's saying actually it was talks about this. They are open to bringing them back. What's going to likely decide it, I'm going to be all the way honest with you, is going to be the market. So I do have the call line open. Let me throw up this number. I'm going to give y'all a few moments to call in. But y'all also know I'm very impatient. So if you don't call in, I'm going to go deal with my son, because I actually got to go talk to my son. He got in trouble today. I got to get him right. You know how they go. Daddy stuff. So, but I got the call line open, man. Y'all call on in. The call line is 210-940-9064. I'm going to give y'all about 15 seconds. If you don't call in, then we go conclude the show. But while we waiting on that, also make sure that y'all hit that like button. BossCowboySports.
What up, boss? It's DP.
Hello? Hold on.
What up, boss? It's DP Johnson. You hear me?
Hold on. Give me a second. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Say something.
Can you hear me?
Okay, say it one more time.
Oh.
Okay, I can hear you now. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Hey, man, just wanted to call in since you did open it up. I want to be the first one to publicly say yes, I am a huge Ezekiel Elliott fan.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm a huge Ezekiel Elliott fan. I don't make no excuses for it. And yes, I do want him back. But I think that people are being a little bit unfair. I know a lot of us was feeling for the last couple of years the man was being overpaid. But I don't think it's fair. Everybody wants to sit up there and say, just give him a little deal with a bunch of incentives. This dude been a team leader for 7 years, bro. That's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, even with the running back market down, Zeke's still a $5.5 million player, bro.
Easily. Yes.
Nah, I mean, like, it's complete disrespect, and I think it's a lot of folks that's just like I said, they buy into narratives too much.
Yep.
Like, everybody, including PFF right now, is having a ball hating on Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? Dak Prescott, if you break him down by the numbers, is a top 10 all-time quarterback, not right now, all-time. And people buy into narratives and act like what they saw with their eyes. Well, I know what I saw with my eyes, but I heard what this expert said. Man, if you believe what somebody else come up with out their mouth in order to sell you, better than you believe the eyes that God gave you, I got land on the moon for sale.
Man, tall boy.
Now, I mean, these people is going crazy out here right now. I think really, to be honest with you, I honestly think the league know it's coming, bro. They know it's coming. All these football people you can't tell me all these football people can't look at this team and see us coming. But they gonna go ahead and sell it and do what they do. You know what I mean? They're not gonna change they formula just because we getting ready to bust out this box. But it's all right, Cowboy Nation. Just have faith. Use your own eyes and your own common sense.
What's your name, bro?
It's DP Johnson, man. What's good, bro?
DP, where you been, dogs? DP, bro. Where you been, bro?
Bro, I be trying to call in, man. I done caught a couple of your shows late. When I try to call in, you already got it closed up. Now, I mean, it's been a couple times I jumped in the chat box. I can't even type, but I had to call in on this one because you talking about my guy. You know what I mean? Y'all quit hating on Zeke, man.
Hey, listen, bro. First of all, I want to tell you openly, I miss you, bro. See, let me tell you. I know that sounds funny, like for coming from a man, but I do, bro. Because listen,
nah, you good, bro.
Videos, bro, or a video. I used to literally look forward to getting your response in the comments because you give some of the most intelligent breakdowns. I was like, what happened to
I appreciate
comments, dog? Like, I'm like, what?
I appreciate that.
So, like,
I appreciate that. Let me get on this too real quick.
No, I need to tell you something though. The Cowboy Nation needs you, bro. Like, they need your type of voice. Like, don't take your voice for granted because you know football well and it's clear, dog. You know what I mean? I've been reading your dog. I promise you, I used to look forward to. I did a video. I want to see what my boy DP goes say. Because you was that good at kind of breaking it down. And even if you thought I was wrong, you broke it down in a clear way. You never disrespectful, but it's just good football conversation, bro. And see, when you say smart stuff, it echoes. So I just want to just say you don't take your voice for granted. But go ahead.
What I wanted to say was back to the Zeke conversation and to share from first-hand experience. First off, any of y'all who have never played football, especially defense, like all you wide receivers, I don't want to hear from y'all. If you've never had to deal with a 200-pound man that runs a 4.5 or better in the open field, shut up.
Say, DP, you felt me on that, huh? Is when you play defense, you don't really, God, people don't understand the power of Zeke, bro, unless you played. I'm being honest.
Look, I played with a dude named Donnie. Donnie was he played fullback for us. You know what I mean? He probably would have been a hell of a running back. Donnie blew out his ACL last game his senior year, so he didn't get to continue on. But Donnie was 5'10", 215 pounds, running a 4.4 in high school. Okay, This dude, when it was time to do hidden drills, coach walked up, unsnapped his chin strap himself, took his helmet off and walked around carrying it by the face mask because Donnie was not allowed to participate in hidden drills.
Right. Exactly.
Alright?
Yo.
Trust and believe. I don't care what down it was. If all we needed was 2 yards, we put Donnie in the eye and the whole sideline got caught because we knew somebody's finna get crushed.
Yes. Right.
You know what I mean? When you got that kind of dude on your team, and trust me, the whole state knew if Donnie got in that eye, everybody better get low as they can and come forward. Because he's not waiting.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the type of dude Zeke is.
Yup.
You know what I mean? And folks got to understand that, bro.
Yep.
Folks got to understand that. You know what I mean? Like, when Zeke is since his rookie years, when Zeke puts on a hoodie and goes out in town, people be talking about he's fat, and then he goes home that night, takes a picture, and shows you his six-pack.
Yeah.
You can't really tell how big this dude is because of his build. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Zeke has played anywhere between 220 and 230, but you can't even tell.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Adrian Peterson said when he walked up on the man as a rookie, he said, this dude is the perfect running back.
Yes. Yes, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like,
You was talking about, when was the last time you seen a dude built like Zeke? I'm going to tell you who Zeke is. Zeke is Fred Taylor from the Jacksonville Jaguars in the late 90s, bro.
Yeah. Good comp. Real
You know what I mean?
comp.
That dude, I don't care what play it is, no matter what kind of play, what kind of formation, I have the skill set to get it done. That's who Zeke is. He might not bust a bunch of 40-yard runs, but guess what, y'all? He did lead in 20-yard runs, even though that was quietly kept last year. But my dude's going to get that first down.
DP. See, hold on, real quick. Yeah, I told you. Listen, y'all. I told y'all this dude DP, he go hard, bro. Listen, let me clap it up for you. Hold on, real quick. Let me hit a button for the homie. So
y'all got to pay that attention.
Zeke led the league in 20-yard runs, but see, I thought he lost his burst though.
Yeah. See what it is they like to move that bar. You know what I mean? My man led him in 20-yard runs before they said, yeah, but he don't break 40-yard runs. Come on, man. Same thing they do to Zach. Same thing they do with Dak.
Same thing they do with Dak, and we fall for that wee-woo.
Yeah.
That's why you need channels like this, because see, it's so much propaganda. Like, I was even talking to one of my partners. He was like, man, Diggs gave up 1,000 yards. I say, bro, PFF was lying, bro. Like, God, do you know how bad a corner got to be to give up 1,000 yards? You did not see, you know what I mean? But people, because
let me tell y'all something. That man made All Pro, and they claim he gave up 1,000 yards. We just told AB, go ahead and heal up, and best of luck to you. That man gave up 700, so make that make sense.
Right. Exactly. Bruh. So.
You know what I mean? Let me say this too, though, boss.
Yeah.
Issue that I'm seeing a lot of folks don't really seem to understand is when the league decided to transition to becoming a passing offense. At that point, before that transition, we had a bunch of bell cow backs run the league. Once it became a passing offense, getting a third down back out into the flat became important. And then as teams started trying to mix it up, now your running back no longer needed to be able to sit and pass protection because I'm going to put him out into the route. I might ask the tight end or a fullback to do that. Zeke is a true three-down back that you're not going to see probably again.
Yeah.
So all of y'all need to really appreciate it, because for all y'all that want to say my man is washed, go look up Terrell Davis' career numbers and then look at my man Zeke's 7 years. He's got over 1,300 yards more than he did. He's got like 50 more touchdowns and like 200 more receptions. Y'all get off my boy Zeke being washed, man. Kiss ass.
Oh, whoa, wait. That was DP, man. Way to conclude it. God, dog. I love freestyle, man. Appreciate it, D. Oh, man. God, dog. We going to keep this. That was the way to end the call, man. Y'all clap it up for the big homie. Oh, hold on, Q. I got you. Hold on, Q. Let me get you in here, big dog. Q.
What's up, boss? How you doing, sir?
What's up, coach?
It's hard to follow that. He was right 100%.
Yeah, DPQ. That. Hold on, let me fix my sound real quick because I'm having a short in my headphones. That's why I couldn't hear myself. I figured out what it was. Go ahead, though. I think I can hear you now.
No problem. But DP, he probably remember this guy. You do too. Back when you played in the 90s, John Tyler had that running back who also went to Texas A&M, but nobody wanted to hit.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that running back I'm talking about? That dude, like 6'1", 230, ran that 4.4.
Yes.
Dude, oh my God! And Plano found out real quick when they played John Tyler. None of them boys wanted to hit that boy at all. But what I wanted to let everybody know, something that Michael Parsons said about Zeke. And he said this in an interview. He said Zeke set the table. Zeke gets the defense ready. They like when Zeke get the ball. It's a mentality. So while y'all looking at, you know, the little splash and stuff, right? The defense and the main leader is who? Parsons. So he liked that. He knew by the sound. He said it in the interview. He said, when I heard that clap, I never Zeke. Oh, that's Zeke. Dude, that does something for your team when the offense is setting the table. As a defender, you're not gonna let him. Oh no, Zeke ain't gonna hit harder than me, dog. No sir.
Right?
Not today.
Talk that talk, coach.
And I'm telling you, listen. When you watch film, they see Zeke running over D tackles. So if he's running over a D tackle, and I'm a DB, what are you gonna do to me? Is the reason why that boy he make that dude hit Zeke in the knee? He made a good business decision. I wouldn't let him hit up with Zeke either.
Yeah.
Because that's what you teach DBs. Hey, hit him in the knee. Don't. You see how big in your pictures you showing people right now. The big old thighs. Hey, I'm not hit knee up. No sir. Knee below. Yes sir. If I'm a DB.
All day.
And that's what coaches. That was coaches teach. I teach that now.
Yeah.
And when a DB has to do, I asked my high school guy. I said, "Do you want to go to college?" I said, "Dude, you're not gonna go to college now if you keep trying to hit that big old 200-pound running back in the chest. He gonna win more than you."
Right. Yeah. It's the physicality, coach. It's slept on.
And it's just not that many guys. Like the other guy that brings physicality is in Tennessee. He brings physical. I mean, dude, like now that dude's a freak.
Right. Yeah. Henry. Yeah.
You know. Yes. And you know, everybody talking about everybody talking about the guy from Minnesota. I like him. But no one talks about him laying the wood. Yeah, no one talks about Cook laying the wood.
No.
Now he might, but I just know I'll watch Minnesota ball, so you know people in the comments don't tear me up. I would love to have Cooks, but I don't see Cooks as a power back like Aaron Jones from the Green Bay. Run hard. I mean, Tennessee. I mean, it's not that many people like Zeke. Oh, the guy from Cleveland. Right. That boy run hard too.
Yeah.
So like you were saying about, it's not that many.
You're not.
You know, and that's why I kind of agree with what people was talking about. Like, you know, the running back from Will Fournette, he run hard too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I want Zeke back personally, and I understand what the Cowboys is doing. But I understand Zeke too. If I'm the Zeke. And people got to realize, last year, Amazon Connect showed that Zeke ran up to 19 miles per hour. Zeke's fastest was like 21. So we getting mad because he's 2 miles per hour slower? Really? What are we doing? Really?
Yeah, it's wee-woo.
I mean, come on.
Coach. It's wee-woo.
I mean, I drop off with Zeke running 15 miles per hour. I bet everybody in the comments probably can't run 15 miles per hour. You mad because he can run 19.
Right.
Your life.
Right. Yeah, it's wee-woo. And that's why we got to continue to, you know, people like you, Coach, people like DP, it's all of us, you know what I mean, that come in and we share our voices to kind of just put the truth out there, man. Because, see, isn't it funny, Coach, that DP call, he played, you call, you played, you coach. See, this one, and we not knocking people who didn't play, but I'm just being honest. Some of this you don't understand unless you did play. You like in terms of fear. You feel me? Like you know, like it's a natural thing to look across. Like when I separated my shoulder Kimball game, bro. My senior year,
you did.
I popped my own shoulder in on the field. You know why? Because y'all was laughing. I could hear y'all laughing.
No, that's not only why. When he went out, we were deep, and Marcus came back in the next play.
I sure did. I came in and matter of fact, I popped my own shoulder. Bop. But
yep. When Marcus went out, we sure did. That's fact.
But this the thing though. Just keeping it real though. When I had to hit Tyson on a bad shoulder.
Yeah. Boss, I think you want to get up though, but you got up. I ain't think so, but you did.
I did get up, and the only reason I was
You
gonna
did.
lay there, but I heard y'all on the sideline laughing. I was gonna lay there, and I heard Kimber. Yeah, we heard him. Yeah, I said, pop my own shoulder in. Boop. I said, nah, not today. Y'all gotta we gotta keep fighting. But anyway, like that.
And just for the audience, the reason why people don't know Boss at that time, he was the best cornerback in Dallas, bar none. You can ask anybody. Anybody say something different, they lie.
Yeah.
Boss was the best cornerback in Dallas at that time.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. And like, I don't really talk about that, but yeah, that was, and I appreciate that, Coach.
The other thing you were talking about on one of your shows in regards to Cowboys paying people, I'm telling you guys, the Cowboys is letting everybody know they're not gonna pay Diggs. I think you've been saying that, Boss. I mean, I want they're not gonna pay him. Why? They don't feel that he's a top 5 corner.
I saw you say that on Twitter, Coach.
They don't. Dude, listen, when the Cowboys gonna pay you, who did Steven say? Steven said, we'll get CD done. We'll get that done. You have not heard Stephen Jones say one time we're going to get him done. You haven't. No, maybe I'm lying.
No, you're not.
But
Coach.
I haven't heard Steven say once.
Can you hear when I play stuff on here? Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm going to play something for you, and we going to talk about it tomorrow. Okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to play this to what Coach talking about. We not going to play this today because it's going to make the show too long. But we going to talk about this tomorrow. Because, see, Coach, I want people to hear this. Check this out. Listen, this is Michael Gehlken, where he laid out some nuggets on what Coach is talking about right now. Listen.
Michael Gehlken joined us here on The Fan. Dak, Diggs, Lamb, where do you see the timeline for those extensions happening?
Okay, so this is more my opinion, but I would think that typically you try to take care of the quarterback. So I would think that would be a focus, given the just nature of a quarterback contract, in terms of the structure of the deal, the cash flow, and all those sorts of things. It really dictates your books elsewhere. So it would make a lot of sense to want to check the Dak box first as it pertains to his contract extension.
Hold on real quick. I messed up. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me fix it. Because I got to play this. This is a very, very important clip because we go get into this tomorrow, the whole thing.
It is right there. I think that's a deal that the Cowboys really want to get done this offseason. And as it relates to Treylon Diggs, I'm just not sure that we see that get done in 2023. Maybe we do, but I think it's far more likely that Dak and CD get done this year than it is with Diggs.
Hold on. I'm going to pause it right there. I'm going to play the rest of it tomorrow. But did you hear that, Coach?
Yes, I did. And another thing, guess what other guy they're talking about paying? Still.
Yeah.
That's another thing that Stephen Jones said we have to get done. And you know what? I don't want to get too excited. The reason why they're saying they're moving still to guard, one, it kind of makes sense because you look at the offensive line coach, he likes to pull. He likes people that can pull, still can pull. Now, the problem that I have, you have, no C have, is when it's short, it's 3rd and 1, will he have the same strength that Tyler has? The answer is no. I know it. I've seen it. But pulling and everything else still can do that. Just no 3rd and 1. If we're going to get Stilly, I don't want nobody talking no stuff when he gets stuffed. That's not his forte. Tyler was fighting the phone booth. That's not Steele's forte. But it's part of negotiation. I know we hate it, but that's how the Cowboys do. They negotiate in the media. Yeah. And they will physically move you to negotiate.
Right.
And so I believe that they are going to get Steele deal done as well. It makes sense for them.
It does. Hey, Coach, I'm going to ask you a question. All right, because, see, listen, this coach I'm talking to, Coach Q, he not only played offensive line his whole life, he coaches it as well. And he coaches everything. From your eyes, you feel like you rather have Tyler Smith than Steele at left guard? Is that what you would want?
Yes.
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 Your bet 5 would be Tyler at left guard.
That's right. So I will have Tyron, the Hall of Famer Smith, at his Hall of Fame position at left tackle.
Okay.
Because he's not going to, let's get this straight, he's not going to the Hall of Fame as a right tackle, is he? Nope. He's going the right as a left tackle.
As a left tackle, okay.
I will have Tyler Smith at left guard. I have Badass at center. I have Martin at right guard. And then I will have my guy Steele at right tackle. By the way, who everybody rates him as the number one run blocking right tackle. And if you look him up, he's in the top 10 for pass blocking. So if you're number one run blocking, if you're number 10 pass blocking, you better pay me as a top 5 right tackle. And guess I know this was still agent saying. I know this was still agent saying.
So, but let me go back to this though real quick. So if they put Steele at left guard, you concerned about his push?
Yes.
Okay.
And put it like this, boss. We talked about this.
Uh-huh.
The 6 games in that division.
Yeah.
Crazy. Boss, let's be real. He ain't pushing Payne. He ain't pushing Allen. He ain't pushing.
Wait, hold on, Coach. I'm gonna push back just a little bit, and I got a lot of respect for you.
Push back.
Just a little bit.
Push back. But before you go, hold on. Cox, I ain't mentioned Cox. I said Payne, Allen.
Okay, he long in the tooth. I'm with you.
Because listen, still not Hall of Famer. Martin is. What did Allen do? What did Allen do to Martin? Name his baby. Now, Martin did get him back because he's a Hall of Famer gonna get you back. But if Allen and Martin are having fights, still, you think nope.
Wait, Coach, I'm about to call you after hours on this one. We gonna have to talk about this. We ain't gonna talk about this on the show. This gonna take way too long.
No. I'm just saying. So I'm not gay. I'm married. Got 3 kids. If you look at Steele bottom half, and you look at Martin's bottom half, and you look at Tyler Smith's bottom half, they have big bottom halves.
Yeah.
They are made for pushing. They are made for guards. If you look at Tyler and you look at Steele legs, they are made to move, to dance with you, as OC like to say. That's what he's made for.
Whoa,
so passing the ball, Steele will be. So it's like this. For me, what you would have to do, and I know because I went and checked this out. You can go back and look at when he was at the Seattle. He did a bunch of G blocks. Mm-hmm. That's what you would have to do with him. So if we're going left, if Payne is right there, guess what I'm doing, boss? I'm having Tyler Smith come down and having Steele loop around. Why? Because Tyler's going to knock his block off.
Oh, wait.
That's what you do. That's what I do. That's what you do in coaching. That's what you do in coaching.
Oh man, I appreciate this call, Coach. God dog. Listen. This is what we gotta do. Cause I wanna honestly debate this out. I'm gonna get all my
and before you go, before I get off, also remember when we played San Francisco, Hankins was in there. Guess what San Francisco did? They took their left tackle, crashed on Hankins with their all-pro left tackle and pulled that guard. Enough said. And so they knew that guard cannot handle Hankins. They knew it. So what do? You have your strong, beat left tackle crash down, and you look for it's called G block.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah. G block. Yeah, your ear hole is what.
And so for Steele, that's what I would do all day long. G blocking.
Hey, Coach. Hey, listen. This is what I want to do. All right. I'm gonna get all of y'all together. I'm gonna try to see if I can get as many offensive line people together as I can. I'm gonna really try. So obviously we gonna get OC in here. Okay. I'm gonna try to see if I can get Vach. I'm gonna see if I can get Vach because I just want to have this conversation. I want to sit back and watch the offensive line people talk. Cause see, I want to go out these scenarios and I want y'all to go at it, bro. I want to just sit back. Hold on, I missed the super chat.
The last thing, boss, and I'll let you go. If they're serious about Steele playing left guard, you know what this tells me?
What's that?
That we're running double teams. Now, if you always going double team to Steele's side, you good. If Payne is in there, I know the Steelers are always going to have help, and that's coming. My weakest guard always double to we run power blocking.
Right.
So my weakest guard always going to have either help from the tackle, help from he's never going to be one on one. My stud, dude, you try to go to Division 1, right? Handle your business. That's how I talk to him. And my stud handles the business. That's what you do. So in our scenario, Martin's a stud. He always will be by himself. Handle your business, sir. Or we help on still. That's what you do.
You get too deep in the scheme. Let me put all of y'all together and we gonna fight all of this out. I want to hear this whole fight. Y'all give me a week to try to put all these coaches together. These former coaches and current coaches. And we go settle this. We go let the public debate air it all out, because I do believe in good back and forth. I believe that sometimes we go back and forth, fight these ideas out in the public with no pride and no ego. The only thing that we want to win is the best idea, you know. So I think if we bring everybody together, just at least for one show, kind of just talk about the dilemmas of left guard with Steele or Tyler, how to kind of get this best five based on offensive linemen that played and coached. I think that'll be a fantastic show, and I think that would shine a lot of light on the Dallas Cowboys and how to move forward. Let me read this super.
And the last thing,
he said, how are we a draft a develop if we don't pay the guys for getting to the level of expectation? That's Wee Woo and Goofy. Steele and Diggs equals John Snow. Yeah, hey, common sense. I think this is about money. I think this is about the Cowboys doing what they do, using the public, using leverage to try to get guys to sign for less. It's almost like that old school guy who trying to get with a woman, and she's so used to getting attention, the only way that they try to get her attention is treating her opposite of what the other guys are doing. So sometimes what some guys do on pretty.
And boss, I'm gonna leave you with this.
Okay.
And OC can tell you this.
Let me finish this example, then you got it.
Yep.
So sometimes what guys do, if they trying to, they know this girl real pretty, instead of saying you so beautiful, they'll say, hey, you got some on your nose. You need to wipe it. I think it might be. See, they doing something different because they know they can't come to you straight up because you're a beautiful woman. So they gotta find another way to get your attention. That's kind of what I think Dallas is doing, like with Diggs as well as Steele. You know what I mean? Where they're playing games. Can we say it like that? They playing games. Go ahead, Coach.
Now, also too, boss, you know this. The OC knows this too. Your tallest players are at the end, so you're gonna have Steele, who I believe 2 inches taller than Tyler, play guard. You know how that messes up with the quarterback sight? Nobody, you're going to do it in high school, you're going to do it in college. I'm not going to have a 6'7" guard and a 6'3" tackle. You just don't do that. Just for sight-wise, for Dak. Dak is 6'2". So you really want us to believe that Steele, who's about 2 inches taller than our boy, is going, that don't make sense. So you're going to have a roller coaster line? You're going to have a roller coaster line. No, you're not going to. No one does in the NFL. You can find one. Anybody that chat, you can find one. Let me know.
Listen. I can tell this is gonna be good. We gonna get the OC in here. The OC is in the chat. He say Steele would be a world class drive blocker. Pause it. We gonna pause it right now. We go reconvene this, and we gonna get all the offensive linemen in the house, and we gonna talk this out, Coach. Oh wait, I can't wait. So. Hey, Coach, let me get off the phone. Let me conclude the show. But, hey, I'm going to call you personally. We're going to set this up. All right, Coach?
Sounds good. All right, bye.
All right, that was Coach Q, man. We got to set that up. All right, so, listen, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like. Y'all hit that share. Y'all hit that subscribe. We do have the final word coming on today with the OC, Law Nation, and Big Game James. Y'all know we go bring that thunder. We go bring that fire as we always do. Much love to the whole community. But I definitely believe that we one of the best out there when we come together, and I can't wait till we do that. And then OC and I will be coming back later, likely tomorrow. We're going to be doing part 3 of depth at guard, where we're going to be going through that series of the options that we have at guard and shining light on it with film, analysis, breakdown, debate, comparison. And then we just trying to set up right now from Coach Q. Coach Q, we will probably just invite a panel of guys to kind of fight this out, hash this out, talk this out. Because, see, there's one thing about the OC I can say for sure, and me too. We know our lanes, and there's a lot of areas that the OC is just better than me, period. It's just a lot of areas, especially the offense. When the OC is talking offense, I'm independent enough to fight back, but I'm also humble enough to really listen to the guys who've been on that position and played that position for most of their lives, been coached into and played it and all kind of stuff. So, so we lean on our differences. That's what we do. So that's what I want to do. I want to get a group of people that might think different, and we're going to lean on that difference. We're going to say, okay, this is the idea, pick it apart. Because, see, it was a couple of things I wanted to pick apart with what Coach said, but I would rather do it with all of us in here, where the OC and I, we have a true saying that we live by. The best idea will win. So we go fight hard, and y'all see us fight hard all the time. Y'all see us fight hard all the time. But see, people misunderstand our fights. Our fights is never personal. Our fighting is about the idea. And if I believe in the idea, I'm going to fight for it, and he is too. But I'm also going to be open to being wrong, and so is he. So you do see sometimes to where the OC will tell me things, or somebody will tell me something, and then about 2 or 3 weeks later, I come around and say, you know what? You was right. And we do that because it's never about trying to win with each other. It's about which ideal is the best. And whichever ideal is the best, that's what we rock with. So that's the spirit of Boss Cowboy Sports. I'm going to be working behind the scenes to try to put together that panel. We'll see how that work out. Sometimes it fit people's schedules, sometimes it don't. But I want to see it myself. I want to see my offensive line friends kind of talk this through. My boy Tariq, man, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, bro. Hey, Tariq, I'm going to call you later. Just obviously, man, I appreciate all the work that you've been doing and how you always get your voice out there to these different channels. And then obviously when I get the phones fixed and I set up the queue, you got to be somebody that actually, put a lot of time in on one of these shows with. Because I just kind of love your spirit about the Dallas Cowboys, Tariq. I just want to tell you that personally. I really appreciate you as a brother and just how you spread your word around, like Coach Marv, and a lot of y'all work hard to put y'all voices out there and put y'all ideas out there. I love it. The community needs that. Even though we had a platform here that's organized, it's never as good as it can be unless y'all involved in it, because y'all bring a lot of good insight, good ideas, even good objections. Like when you bring objections, that's what it's about, So anyway, we out of here, man. We gonna be back later. Y'all stay up, man. It's your boy, Boss Cowboy Sports. Peace. Another one. You already know.
Another one.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Speaking of mine.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Come on now. Who want to run it up?
Run it up.
I do. Let's go. Montana, I see you. Swain. JC Cowboy, I see you. Darren. Lewis. Mr. Michael Lockhart. Patrice.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Regina. The OC, Shannon Sharp. Mr. Day 1C.